Day 2, we woke up and what did we do? So it's Thursday morning. We've been here since Monday. We arrived Monday. After we pulled off the cabin reveal and prank with Reese, where did we go? We went down to eat in downtown Gatlinburg at a place called, I think it was Jose's Cantina. And then we went to then we went to Food City to do some grocery shopping for the cabin.
Dad! Oh my god! I gotta gas and go! Tacos! We just finished eating.
Anyways, back to my video journal on our trip so far. So day 1, checked in the cabin, did the prank and the reveal. That was fun. Went down, had Mexican Cantina in downtown Gatlinburg, and then we went to Food City, got groceries. Day 2, we woke up and what did we do? Day 2, we went back to downtown Gatlinburg. We started our day at breakfast at Crockett's. Had an old country cooking breakfast at Crockett's, which was really good. And then from there, we came back to the cabin, hung out for a little while, and went back out and back downtown to Gatlinburg. And then we went to Skylift. Now, originally, we had thought Anarchista led to the new attraction in downtown Gatlinburg called, Skybridge is what it's called. But we thought Anarchista led us to Skybridge, but Sarah kept looking up at the mountain. She's like, well, how does Anarchista get to the big bridge which we saw over on another mountain? So we eventually realized that Anarchista doesn't lead to the new Skybridge. It's Skylift that leads to the new Skybridge. So that's what we did during the day. We went to Skylift, which was really cool. So we lifted up on the gondola up to the mountain top there and walked across Skybridge a couple times. Checked out the cafe and the souvenir store, and came back down and had, what did we do then? Oh, then we came back down, came back to the cabin, had some turkey carver sandwiches at the cabin, Paul's Paradise. Chilled out for a little while at the cabin and then went back out. And this time we rode to Roaring Fork Motor Trail. And we probably did that 3 good times. And it's a really scenic, beautiful drive around Roaring Fork, but out of all the times that we've been to Gatlinburg and Pigeon Forge and went to Roaring Fork, we've never seen a bear. We've seen videos on YouTube of bears there, but we've yet to see any bears on Roaring Fork. And we've probably, if I combined all the times we've rode around there in all of our trips to this area, I would say we've probably been around there 25 times and have yet to see a bear. We did see bear scat one time in other wildlife, but never saw a bear. But one thing I will say about Roaring Fork, sorry, there was a car that was dropping by. It looked like he was about to pull into the cabin. But one thing I will say about Roaring Fork is it's much more than just going to see bears, which would be really cool if you could see them there. But it's very scenic. Lots of mini waterfalls, lots of bubbling brooks and creeks, and just really cool scenery and rock faces and hiking trails off Roaring Fork. There's Grotto Falls, there's Rainbow Falls. Trying to think of the other trails that are off there, but a lot of cool things to do at Roaring Fork. But that's what we did late afternoon on Tuesday. So we rode around there a few times, and then we decided we were going to go back to downtown Gatlinburg. And when you get a pass on Skylift, it's not good for just one time up. You can use it for as many times throughout the day as you want to use it for. So we went back at night to ride Skylift back up to walk across the Sky Bridge, this time at night, which was even cooler probably. So we did that, and then after that after that we decided to eat a late dinner because we hadn't eaten dinner at that point. And just to make things quick, we went back into, well, actually it was the first time we were in Pigeon Forge, but we went to Pigeon Forge and went through Sonic drive-thru to get some late night quick grub. On to Wednesday. So Wednesday we wake up and I take my morning coffee and my morning stroll outside the cabin, and I notice we're probably going to be dealing with a little rain. And sure enough, it decided it wanted to rain intermittently throughout the day. Pretty much cloud cover all day and rain pretty much the whole day, but we went to CADES COVE, and we didn't get there as early as we typically do, but we got there probably around 10:30. On Wednesdays at CADES COVE, you can't get onto the motor trail until 10 because they keep it locked down for bicyclists and people that want to walk the loop, the 11-mile loop there at CADES COVE. So we showed up at 10:30, did a few laps, stopped in at the CADES COVE campground store, got some coffee and some lunch and snacks, and checked out the souvenirs. I filmed a little footage in there. But so we spent the day at CADES COVE, probably went around 3 or 4 times, and we also filmed that as well, so we'll have another Quest Capsule video of an entire drive around of CADES COVE, going all the way throughout the loop. And we did end up seeing 6 total bears at CADES COVE. One we saw grazing kind of in a thick brushed area, so we could pretty much only see his head and his ears. And then we ended up seeing another one. One of the times we just finished the loop and we were coming back in, and I pulled into the front entrance where there's brochures and information about the loop, and a guy had come up and said, "Did you see that bear?" And he was all excited, and he had told me that he had just seen a bear before entering into CADES COVE campground, or CADES COVE loop. And I was like, he pulled out his phone and showed me the footage, and sure enough, it was a pretty decent size, it looked like a female black bear. But he said it was before you even entered into there. So I said, "How far down is it?" And he told me, and he said it's about a half mile. So we just got back in, turned around, and went down that way. And sure enough, there was a stack of cars, and we just so happened to pull up right in the nick of time because we only had about 2 or 3 cars in front of us, and there was the black bear over there foraging. I mean, just busy trying to find some food for the morning. And we ended up getting some footage, and I'll show you that right now. Yeah, so that was a pretty cool thing to see. So from there, we went back, we turned around, and I mounted the camera at this point to the side of the Jeep because I wanted to get a vantage point coming through CADES COVE of driving and seeing all the mountains as we drove. So it really turned out to be a cool shot when I reviewed the footage. But on the way through this time, we ended up seeing another bear with 3 cubs. And that was pretty cool. Of course, CADES COVE in July can be pretty busy with the traffic, and it definitely was like that on Wednesday when we visited. But when we pulled up, we came around a certain part of the cove, and there was a stack of cars, and usually, I think they call it like a bear jam, but we knew there was probably something going on. But it just so happened this time we were close enough to come around the turn and see the bear, the mother bear. She was pretty much in a tree foraging for some food, and then back off to the left was 3 of her cubs. And I'll show you that footage right now too. yeah, so from there we just continued around CADES Cove, and then we ended out our day and came back to Gatlinburg. And then what did we do then? Oh, okay. When we left CADES Cove, everybody was pretty tired. I think Lexi and Reese ended up actually taking a little nap around one of the times we went around CADES Cove, and me and Sarah just kind of did our thing, which, you know, me and Sarah are pretty avid bear watchers. But anyways, they got a nap in. We eventually all, when they were awake, we did another lap, and then we headed out of CADES Cove. Everybody was hungry, so we found it's hard to find a good Chinese restaurant buffet in Gatlinburg, it seems like. I know there's a few here, but we ended up finding one, and it was pretty good. It wasn't the best, to be honest, but we ate there. I had a little hibachi chicken and a few other things, and after that we decided to head down, since we were already in Pigeon Forge at the the Chinese buffet. We went down the parkway in Pigeon Forge and went to the islands at Pigeon Forge. They got the big Ferris wheel and shopping areas and restaurants and all kind of things to do down there. So we walked around there, went to the candy store. I think it was called SWEETI. Really cool candy store. They got just about any kind of candy you can think of. Got some candy there. And then from there, we left and went and had some Starbucks. Reese had gotten me a Starbucks gift card for my birthday a while back, and we saved that for our vacation, and we all went and had some frozen cappuccinos from Starbucks. And then we decided we were all pretty tuckered out at that point. We had a pretty long day, and we headed back to the cabin and called it a night. And then from there, after a good night's sleep on a king-size bed at Paul's Paradise, here we are this morning at our current situation. It's Thursday morning. I woke up this morning and decided I was going to cook a big mountain breakfast. So I did some egg scramblers with sauteed onions and tomatoes, some turkey sausage patties. I made some fruit medley, banana and apple chopped up, and some toast and jam and butter, some orange juice. Made the girls a couple iced coffees. Me and Sarah had a couple hot coffees in the furnished Christmas mugs here at Paul's Paradise. So we just finished up, stomach's full, in the mountains, feels good outside. Hopefully it doesn't rain. And today we are going to do a little hiking, weather permitted, to a trail we have never done before. And it's called, hopefully I'm saying this right, it's called ALUM's Bluff. And basically it's a 2.3 mile hike. And it's actually a pathway, one of the trails to actually lead to the top of the third highest peak in the Smoky Mountains, Mount LeConte, but we're not going to go that far. We're going to go 2.3 miles into ALUM's Bluff. But anyways, that's on the agenda for today. So hopefully the weather holds up, and that's what we're going to go do. Go get a little exercise, and basically going to get our day started.